Have you noticed that when you go to the store, it seems like you're getting less and less for your money? That is inflation at work. And in this video, you're going to learn what inflation is and why it's such a concern for you as an investor. Now, in order to show you this example, we're going to use the coffee here as the money supply, and we're going to use this water to represent the stimulus. Now, what's going to happen is as we increase our money supply, we're going to dilute the value of that money. Now, in 2020, we had $2 trillion of stimulus added to the economy. As a result of that, we increased our money supply significantly. So while it looks on the surface like we have more money, the reality is that that money is not as potent. And this is important for you as an investor because you're not going to get the same returns when we have this additional money supply. In fact, when we have this Congress bill that's passed here, you're going to see inflation increase as a result of this, because what we're doing is we're pulling money out of thin air and we're adding it to our economy. And from 1960 to 2008, the money supply grew at 5% and the S&P 500 grew at 11%. That means that you had an inflation-adjusted return of 6% per year. But since 2008, the money supply has actually grown at 13%, and the S&P 500 has only grown at 12%. So that means each year you're losing about 1% of purchasing power on an inflation-adjusted basis. Now remember, we've already added $2 trillion of stimulus so far this year. Congress is looking to add another $1 trillion of stimulus. We have a largest federal deficit since World War II, and we're seeing the same action taken on a global basis with governments and central banks. So if you are an investor or you are responsible for buying groceries and maintaining your standard of living, then you need a plan that's going to help you to offset the impact of inflation. If your investments aren't growing above inflation, you're losing purchasing power. And if you're using the government statistics of CPI in order to plan how much your portfolio needs to grow, then you're going to be losing purchasing power on an ongoing basis. So if you'd like to get an easy financial plan and you'd like to connect with professionals who can help you to navigate challenges like this, then visit pocketplan.io. Thanks, and I'd love to hear any comments that you have.